Listen, I want to talk about faith today. Faith is a topic that you can talk about every Sunday of the year. And still, you can talk about something new and different, and still something that will cause elevation. You can never get tired of hearing about faith. Amen. Because without faith, it is impossible to please God. Amen. So anybody that really wants a real relationship with God, they have to be hungry for faith. Amen. Let me say this again. Because most people think my hunger is going to be developed based off how much I need Him. But the need, coming to Him just because of your need, it becomes more selfish than it is glorious. Amen. Right? But when I have faith, then that tells me there's a part for me to play in order for me to receive, and I don't mind. Amen. Are you listening? Amen. So when it comes to faith, we're growing our faith, and our first mindset is not what I can get with it, but that I want to please God. True. Amen. When you build your faith, your first idea of joy, peace, and happiness is, I'm going to please God. Amen. It has not anything about, I can get me a car now, get a house now, I can please God. When you're in any relationship, if you're going to make the other party happy, it is imperative you know what they want from you to feel whole. A weak man feels intimidated, all right? I'm talking about a man now. A weak man feels intimidated, all right, if their wife makes more money than them. But the truth of the matter is, if you find out what she needs, she may not need your money, but she's going to need something. You understand that? Amen. Right? When you get to a place that you want your money, you know, I don't understand how he could treat me like this after all I've done for him. And all you've done could have been satisfying you, but not satisfying him. Are you listening to me? Yeah. So when we get to a place of building relationship, I can't build a relationship just off emotion. I got to build a relationship off of knowledge. Amen. I need to know something about you. You have to tell me what makes you happy. Write down an awesome night. Now we can go in the night, but at least I know what you call an awesome night. So when I get my dollars saved up, I know what I need to do. And they say, well, I want you to invite me on a date, and I want flowers. Don't just come acting like you. I want you to act like we on a real date. Don't be acting like this is a sure, home run, just because I've been married to you for 30 years. That don't mean it. Because if I don't give you what you asked for, I'm in a selfish relationship, not a love relationship. Because love gives. Come on now. Love gives. So if you're in a love relationship, it's not about what I can get, but what I can give. If you understood the real meaning of being in a love relationship, you'll be slow on who you call yourself in love with. Because my primary purpose in this relationship is to give, not what I'm going to get in return. Now I'm going to say something to you. You can't get caught up if you're in a love relationship, what you doing, and then we all been through it. If we ain't getting the same measure back, we get upset. Amen. That's why you need to be careful who you marry. Amen. Because once you're married, that's it. It ain't no, well, let's just, this is a test drive. No, once you're married, that's it. You're married forever. All right? And you need to make sure that we have a good understanding. You understand what I call love, right? You understand that. Because you can't show me love unless you know how to define love. If you don't know how to define love, you can't show me love. You can show me what you think is love. Right. I bought you some cookies. I don't like cookies. Oh, well, I guess I'll eat them then. No, that's not how it works. So even in every relationship, even with your children, most parents don't spend time with their children and say, what do you expect from me? True. I know what I'm giving you, but what do you expect? Because parents feel like, I ain't got, you got food, right? You got clothes? Is your bed in the room? All right, you better shut up. No, what do you expect from me? Because the children's expectation is one thing and you're giving something else. You're not building a relationship. Right. No matter how right you are, stop thinking because you have the right or you are right, that you can just say and do what you want. That's not the case. If you want to be sensitive to every relationship you're in, I got to be open to know what do you expect from me. True. I expect you to come to my games, and I expect to hear you. I expect you to celebrate with me. This is what I expect. I expect you to trust me. I expect this. Because if you don't know what your child is expecting, you're giving what make you feel good and comfortable and make you think you're a good parent, but you're not building a relationship. Now see, the only reason you got a problem with that, because you're a dictator. This is my house. I'm your dad. But you need to talk. Communication is the key. Without communication and understanding. Because if my child come to me and said, I expect you to give me $1,000 a month. Well, I can deal with that. Just because they expect it don't mean I'm going to give it. Well, let me tell you why you ain't getting $1,000. One, I ain't got $1,000 a month to give you it. That's the first thing. So you're asking for something. Now, do I have $1,000? You sure do. Shoot, yeah. Yeah, but I ain't got to give you. And then, see, once I know what you expect, I can tell you what I'm able to do and what I can't do, why I'm not going to do it, what I'm willing to change, what I'm not able to change. Because understanding goes a long way. You know, if my wife comes, I expect you to buy me a new car every 6 months. Okay. At least you stated your expectations. Right. Now I'm about to state reality. All right? Listen, talking and communicating, so this way they ain't got to be expecting it. You don't be standing in a bus stop and the bus don't even run down there no more. He said, man, that bus don't run, that bus stop run there 7 years. He said, what? And you still waiting, and you're getting frustrated. Standing in the middle of the street. Looking for it, it's not going to come, it's never coming. So I need to get understanding. If I'm going to build a relationship with God, I need understanding. God, what do you want from me? Outside influences will and have impact your life. It's things on the outside that have determined what's in your heart right now. It's the people you hang around. It's the family that raised you. It's the people in your neighborhood, the people you went to school with, the people you lied and snuck around with, the boyfriend you chose, the girlfriend you chose. All these people have played a part in what you think and what you believe. Your logic and your understanding, how you rationalize things, have all been determined by the experiences you have gone through. But what you don't understand is that I can't allow anything I've gone through or anybody I've hung out with to override what God's trying to do in my life. Amen. So he said, well, you know one thing about it, I ain't never going to do this because my girlfriend did it and this happened to her. My sister did it and that happened to her. My mama did that, my grandma did it, so I'm not going to do it. Well, if they did something and you don't want to do it and the Bible is telling you to do it, you say, listen, I don't care what happened to y'all. Right. I don't care what happened to y'all. This is what I'm about to do. Yes. This is me right here. The Word of God. This is what governs my steps. Most people are too scared to stand on the Word. They need to see. They need to see. I need you to show me, God, that you're real. Amen. See, here's something that's so satisfying. That the realness of God is never something that can knock on your door. It's something on the inside. Right. There's a peace and there's a calm. There's something that you know that you're doing that's right. There's a submission to God. And you know God lives there when God speaks and it hits something in you, immediately you know I need to work on that. Yes. It's the devil in you when you hear and you think of somebody else. Oh, that's the girl on my job. Oh, I wish I gotta record. Just get my phone. No. But when God lives in you, you hear for you. Right. Yes. Right. That's right. And every time you hear something, you learn. Yes. You're learning. I'm constantly growing. Whether it's me and my husband, me and my wife, me and my child, me on my job, me and my business, I'm always learning. I'm always learning. Right? So it is so important that you get to the place to know who I am. I've been made up by things that have happened to me, things that were said to me, people that taught me how to deal with certain situations, all those things. You know, I was sitting there, I was talking to a gentleman, he's a friend of mine, and he said now everybody's different, so don't nobody get crazy. I'm not telling you to do nothing that I'm doing. He said he don't have guns in his house. And we always have this conversation. And so I was talking about like I haven't been shooting in a while. I think I'm going to go, blah, 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 and all sort of stuff. He said, no, brother, man, I don't want no guns. I don't want nothing to do with it. And I've always told him, always asking the question, well, who's going to protect your house? He said 911. Depending on what neighborhood you were brought up in, 911 is for different reasons. 911 is not designed to protect my family. 911 is not designed to protect my home. And nowadays 911 to get you killed. The police start shooting through the door. I'm about to get me some signs up in my yard. No police allowed. No, so everybody, how you brought up, like, now listen to me. I'm not trying to tell you to do what I've done or whatever. You can't rob me with words.
All right. Right. Right.
Yo, run it. Run what? Now I'm willing to take a butt whooping before it's mine. That's just the name of the game. And if you've never been beat before, you're probably a little scared. But you're here. No, I'm serious. Unless you're really in a fight with somebody, because most people don't know how to punch. They don't know how to fight. And if you stay in the fight long enough and reserve your energy, you're going to get the upper hand real soon. I'm telling you. And listen to me. You can't rob me with words. But the moment I see you have something in your hand, what you want? What you want the underwear to? No, listen, I ain't no superhero, but listen, but it all depends on where you come from. Some people that be like, yo, you be across the street, bring me that pocketbook. Oh God, I can't believe you go around. You go, they heading across the street. They ain't gonna try to run. Depends on where you come from. You see things different. Some of y'all hear something downstairs and you just stand there nervous. Some of us get excited. Oh, this is my day. Come on. You got to get to the place to know how I was brought up and the people I was around have made me who I am. Now I need a mirror to see who I am and how it lines up with God. Well, yesterday we was at my son's game and we lost. We should have won. We should have won that game. Jesus Christ. God. So we're not going to pray death over the offensive coach. We ain't going to do that. But I was mad. So I'm walking to the car. Mad. I'm hot. So I see this guy. And he's a different ethnic group. And I said, how you doing? Because I'm trying to break this thing up. He don't speak back. I said, did you hear me speak to you? He looked at me. Good morning. Or whatever he said. I said, the next time I speak to you, you better speak. I'm hot now. I'm hot. I'm crazy. I'm missing. I physically wasn't going to do nothing to him. You know, but I was so upset. I was so mad. Man, that stuff ain't godly, man. People don't want to speak to you. They ain't got their own. They got to speak to you. You know, my wife ain't from the city. She sped up a little bit. She was walking side by side. I screamed at that guy. I didn't care who he was. Because I wanted him to give him that quarterback's butt whooping. That's what I wanted. That ain't godly, man. I said, how can you hear me speak to you? I wait for him to say, who you think you talking to? That ain't godly, man. You got my wife and I was walking side by side. By the time I finished the conversation, she was up pants and bubble over. Listen, when they get a little track, you know. She been from the city, she'd have been like, yeah, what? You didn't hear my man speak to you? She from Georgia. All she want to do is call you stupid. Proverbs 23:7. Come on, I gotta get out of here. I ain't gonna get too excited. I ain't gonna make me miss my day. I'll start down the day, y'all wanna shout and pass out. Step right over you, get on the plane, do what I got to do. Proverbs 23:7. And because I need you to look at your heart and what's coming from your heart outward. Yes. You have to be real with yourself. Every act or every instant response that you may give may not be in your heart, but it's just something that you can, like, you know, somebody scare you. It's not like you just a scary person, a punk or whatever, but you just a moment of that you're scared, you're frightened by something. But that don't mean that's your way of life. You'll walk around nervous. Right. Well, I said Proverbs 23:7, but I guess that's her way of telling me, you know, she's the boss. Proverbs 23:7. That's what it says. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. So this is what the Bible is saying. People's heart, people will say one thing, but their real heart, nobody really knows. Right. I'm about can tell you something. Every action is not as clear as you see it. Notice what the Bible said. It said, come on in, eat. Eat as much as you want. Drink as much as you want. And then they turn around and say, well, I guess they was going to eat us out of the house and home. The only reason they came around this time because they knew we was eating. I can't believe. Listen, there are people that will be nice to you as a front, but they can't stand you. So how do I know what's in somebody's heart? It ain't for you to know.
That's right. That's right.
Are you listening? You need to be concerned about your heart.
Amen.
You're such a detective when it comes to everybody else. But as if you are just, good at two-shoe. No! You don't need to be caught up in spending time trying to analyze other people's heart. You need to be looking at your heart. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth is going to speak. As a man thinketh, so is he. So the only question I need to do is, one, how do I see my heart? And if I see something that don't belong, how do I change it? Amen. Well, Jesus said 25% of people that hear him preach, Jesus said this, 25% of the people that hear him teach will get it. The right word he teach will fall on good ground, and it'll bring forth fruit in this season. But in Luke, I didn't write that. When they talk about the sower sowing the word, I believe it's Luke, I want to say 6, maybe. Luke 6 or Luke 4? Luke 4. In Luke 4, when he started talking about the sower sowing the word, and he said the good heart is an honest and good heart. Honest and good heart. Not a perfect person, but an honest and good heart. Is what you're doing wrong. Now, if you're trying to justify your wrong, then you are not clearly stating it's wrong. You're saying it's wrong, but the end the end justifies the means. No, it's what you're doing wrong. Now, I stole it, but my kids were no. When it comes to how God wants you to live, explanations are never accepted. Amen. You got to state a spade is a spade. None of us are perfect. But when you're not doing what's right, you need to be clear. You know what you're doing is not right. Now, when I understand clearly that what I'm doing is not right, I got to now start working a plan that I can change myself. Some things you can work on right in your head. Some things you need a plan. I need to hear how I need to be living so that I can get away from the only thing I know. Amen. All I know is if you put your hands on me to kill you. Well, I need to hear something different. Yes. And the first time you hear it, it's like water on a duck's back. You hear somebody say, love your enemy. Pray for your enemy. Be good to your enemy. You be in your back and say, I got something for my enemy. You point them out. I got something for them, Reb. And then you keep hearing that word, keep hearing that word. You stay in the right environment where the word can grow. The word that was once impossible for you to accept has now took root and starting to grow. And before you know it, the next thing you know, you're like, You know, that's that. I'm about to hurt somebody. You know, you hang around somebody and looking at you just They grab something, squeeze it, and you should leave. Stop talking, get up out of there. They're trying to suppress something on the inside. They're like one of them crazy people. And don't think you can whoop. Let me tell you something, people, well, let me leave that one. He talking about my cousin, he know my cousin's on short bus and strong. I don't know you're sure of your cousin. But some people are stronger than what they look, especially when they ain't in their right mind. You ever say what's that? Where you going with that car? I'll take you home. You don't even care that it's your car. Wow. You say, all right then. I know some of y'all think you're bad. Oh, you gonna put my car down? No, you can take that car. And Deacon Brian talking about, but first lady in there. Bye. She should have got out when once you see the car moving and lifting, you don't be talking about what's going on. You get out of that thing. Listen allow God to put the right thing in your heart, then what's going to happen is you'll constantly try to make your corrupt heart right. Stealing is wrong no matter what you do.
Right.
You know, my heart went out to the pastor that got caught up with this tape thing. And you know, I was talking to an associate of mine, and I told him, I said, Doc, listen to me. I said, you know, as pastors, maybe we didn't commit adultery. Maybe we didn't steal the church money. Maybe a lot of things we didn't do, but we all did something.
Right.
And this man is paying for all pastors' mess up and mishaps. The ones that did go viral and the ones that didn't.
Right.
He ain't the Lone Ranger. He ain't the Lone Ranger. And he got to carry this thing for God knows how long. Well, here's what you got to understand. The more you allow God to work on you and show you yourself, you're so slow to throw stones at somebody else. So when you start allowing God to put the right thing in your heart, you start seeing the wrong. You don't become a gossiper over stuff you don't know.
That's right.
Man, you shut stuff down quick. I check my logs. You said that. Ooh, pastor. Ooh, pastor. So what happened? I said, ooh, the pastor. There's a pastor. Some nut told me about it. So I asked the nut. I said, what's the pastor name? She gonna put Purvis at you. She said, Purvis at you. Listen, so listen. You get to the place that you constantly are looking at yourself, getting yourself right with God, seeing who you are. When you see somebody else's mess, you ain't quick to expose it.
Amen.
Be wary of people that's quick to expose your mess. So once I know how to get something in my heart, I want to make you a simple plan, all right, of getting something in your heart. One, I need to acknowledge what's in my heart is wrong. I have to acknowledge what's in my heart is wrong. After I acknowledge that is wrong, I need to hear the truth. I need to hear the truth. And I have to accept the word of God as a seed. All right? When I hear the truth, I need to be in an environment that will allow that seed to grow. So no matter what word you hear, the Bible says, evil communication corrupt good manners.
Right.
So every time God tries to teach you something, you can hang out with the wrong people and that seed be snatched up. So the environment you hang around after the seed has been planted means everything. You cannot tell myself, I'm delivered, I'm not drinking no more, I'm delivered, I ain't drinking no more, and then tell myself my friend having a party. So where is that? Is that bar 1? He said, bar 1? Yeah. And you know you shouldn't go. You smacking your lips already.
Right.
You said bar 1? I'm just gonna stop by. Just gonna swing by.
Yes.
The next thing you know, you on your 3rd drink, swinging by. See, you get in the wrong environment. It don't matter what God's trying to put in you. It don't matter what God. Now, once you grow up and get strong, you can go up in there and walk back out the way you went in. There are some friends that may be your friends again up the road, but right now you may have to cut them off. See, not me. I love them. Go ahead then. So once I know what I'm hearing the truth and I'm in the right environment, I got to also start speaking what I want, speaking what God has declared. Now all of this I'm doing, and I'm not after reward. I'm after a mind change for God's glory.
Yes. Amen.
Are you listening to me? Because you'll be fraudulent thinking you're real.
Right.
You know, Mary and Martha, one was at the feet of Jesus, the other one was working. And Jesus said, yeah, but she chose the best part, to hear the word. Listen to me. There are some things you can do and keep doing, and you think you 100. He said, well, listen to me. If it wasn't for me, this would be enough for me. No, no, no. You need the word of God to change your life.
Amen.
Now, the question is, if the Bible declares, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What do you think about yourself? How do you see yourself? Because how you see yourself determines how you're going to carry yourself.
Amen.
Listen, who gonna hang out with? Listen to me. As much as I love everybody, I don't see me ever hanging out with pedophiles. I don't see me hanging out with rapists, molesters. Those for me just like, you know, that just take me over the edge. You know what I mean? Anybody messing with children and all that stuff just take me clean off the cliff. I'm telling you. Clean off the cliff. I can't see me sitting there having lunch with them and they talking about what I just can't do it. It's not me. Well, if you see yourself a certain way, certain people you can't have lunch with.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
You see yourself a certain way, there are certain things you can't do. Now, if you see yourself as a mother, then there are certain things you are not privileged to anymore.
That's right. Amen.
Your children come first.
Right.
If you find yourself a wife, a mother, then everything shifts again. Listen to me. If you are not willing to identify with you and who you are, you don't know where you're going.
That's true.
I'm a husband, I'm a father, which means I'm automatically a provider.
Amen.
The Bible said if a man does not take care of his children, he's worse than an infidel, worse than a sinner, worse than somebody that say Jesus don't even exist. That's how, listen, as a man, now this is just me, as a man, there's certain things I can't live with. I could never live with myself if my daughter called me from Atlanta and said, Daddy, I need money for books, or I need money for this. And she's always calling. You know, you pay for the tuition, but then all this extra stuff you got to pay for. She do mock trials, where they take on a case and all this and debate all around with other schools. Well, when she do that, you got to pay for that stuff. She's going to law school. Right now, she's on track to graduate early from Spelman, and she's supposed to go to the law school. She's going to Howard. And but they have the same way you take your SATs for college. They got some SAT stuff you take for law. $1,100. $1,100, just like that. Just they don't guarantee nothing. $1,100, bam. My kids abroad, they very seldom call me for anything. Very seldom. My son just had a birthday. It was, son, what do you want? You want anything? No, that's all right, I'm good. That's his response. You know, we never had that. I wish my mama would have told me. I want a hussy. I want a hussy bite. I want a mongoose bite. I want 5 every bite. You know, we going crazy. He said, no, I'm good. They don't ask me anything. But when he calls and say he needs something, if I can't give it, I'd rather die. Now you don't understand. I cannot live with my, that would make me suicidal. If I could not provide for my kids. That's about the only thing. Don't y'all believe nothing else? I don't care what recording they got. I don't care what the police say. It's a lie. Talking about something, yeah, he jumped. No, I didn't. If you check the rails, you're gonna see some fingerprints scratching, holding on. All right? That's the only thing. I don't think I can live with myself. Now you may say, well, you know, you need to just live. But that's a DNA from God, being a provider. Are you listening? Now I'm going to say something, you take it any kind of way you want. Before you marry, man, if he got children he ain't taking care of, you ain't got no man. I just want to drop that right there and leave it alone. Don't step up here, because they lost. I already told you they lost. I was these 2 bus drivers. They don't speak good English at all, and which is almost, I think, like a $2,500 fine. They bus drivers, and you know, in the United States you got to speak clear English, right? They don't speak it. Ain't nobody gonna tell them. And they hate the quarterback too. Last game they was talking about the quarterback, and somebody hit the quarterback. He said, lay down, don't get up. So I saw him walk in. I said, it's 15 not playing today. Because Alex suited me up, told me 15 wasn't on the roster. He wasn't playing. So I looked at him, I said, 15 wasn't playing today. He playing. He playing. Listen. And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to these guys and I'm looking at, you know, just conversing with them back and forth. It's amazing, no matter what language, no matter what people go through, no matter where they come from. I'm telling you, when you meet another man, you know it.
That's right. That's right.
Or they start trying to tell you about their child in college, grandchild in college, I mean, man, you look like you're 95. College. Baby college. You know, he know he's a provider. There's some things about you that God put in you, you can't deny.
Amen.
Now, let me go a little bit further. All right, because y'all ain't paying no money anyway. Whatever the Bible tells me, whatever promise God gives me, I always need to ask, what's my part? Now, doesn't matter how much faith you got. Faith without works is dead. Y'all know that, right? Let me hit you one scripture here. Go to James 2 and 20. What do I need to do to receive from God? What do I need to do? Because I know to build faith, I got to now open myself up to know what's not right. Honest and good heart is what I need to have. I need to think correctly, because once God tells me who I am, I'm beautiful and wonderfully made. That's what I'm gonna walk in. Right. You ain't gonna look like somebody else who be beautiful. That's right. Amen. What you say? That never make you feel all uncomfortable and all this other stuff, and because you ain't shaped a certain way, look a certain way, hair length, that color, and all this other stuff. Right. No, you need to be happy with you. Amen. Amen. You gotta love you. Own it, man. This was what was this show I was watching, and the boy had a defect. And the lady said, you got to own it. And then he just went on about his business. Just like, you know, once he finally got what that means. Right. Now go ahead, man, own it. You ain't got no six-pack, but own what you got. Come on now, come on. There's some jobs you ain't going to get. Ain't nobody going to be hiring you for no mauling job. But own it. Go ahead. Go ahead. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to worry about how other people feel. People will think, well, I ain't going to talk about that, but people will think if you don't dress how they want you to dress, you ain't dressing. Right. But stupid people got a right to think stupid. It's not your job to fix all the stupid people in the world. You have to buy 1 million sweaters. And even then, that's just Monday. Nobody like your hairstyle. She wear the same hairstyle over and over. I don't care about y'all don't like my hairstyle. He said, one day I'm telling you, he needed to grow hair. They got all these programs out here. You put a little cream on there, and the hair started coming back. I'm not trying to grow hair for you. There's some things I don't do, some things, and I may give my opinion on for me. But I don't care what you're gonna do. You wanna wear them skin tight pants? Come on. That's you. I don't think that's just my opinion. I don't think men should wear them things. But if you like them, go for it. Go for it. But it's not for me. It's not for me, not for me at all. If you want to wear certain style, that's all you. You got to accept you. You got to love you. That same way I'm going to dress. I don't care about what you like. I don't know why you don't get contacts. Because I'm wearing glasses. Stupid. And you don't wear contacts and glasses at the same time. Unless I'm trying to act like I got different eye colors. No, I mean, people, and now here's why you need the Holy Ghost. Once you learn to mind your own business on how people dress, nobody asks you your opinion. Nobody asks you what you think of this. What you think of this suit here? Well, hey, it looked like you needed to. No. They didn't ask you, keep it to yourself. Well, let me leave that alone, because some of y'all look like you want to give your opinion about something. James 2 and 20, we there? I had more verses, but Tanisha wouldn't let me put the rest of them up for James 2. So we'll work with what we got. But wilt thou know, O vain man? Oh, I want another translation too, Tanisha. The NIV, if you have it, that'll work. O vain man, that faith without works is dead. Come on. Was not Abraham our father justified by works? Now let me explain this works. It is when you hear from God and you act like what he said is true. Those are the works. So it's not like God tell you, you say, God, I want a better job. And God say, okay, you need to go to school. But then instead of going to school, you come here and clean the church. And you clean the church is pristine. And he said, God, where my God said, no, not them works. The works, the instructions I give you. All right? The instructions line up with manifestation. You doing what you like or whatever you think need to be done. That don't produce manifestation. All right? Was not Abraham our father justified by works, talking about Isaac and all that stuff, when he had offered Isaac his son up upon the altar? Seeing thou have faith, wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect. And the scriptures were fulfilled which said, Abraham believed God, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, right standing with God, and he was called the friend of God. Ye see then how that by works a man is justified, and not by faith only. Now here's the thing. You know what God promised you, but you can't get it just because you believe that promise.
Right.
This is the problem when people get prophecy hungry. Man, they'll run to hear Prophet Mojo in town,
Right.
and they want to get a word. And they be sitting there just prancing, waiting for Mojo to point to them and tell them something. Well, what Prophet Mojo say don't mean ill or mean if you ain't going to back it up with action.
Right.
Now, I know some preachers that will tell you, if a prophet said it, it got to come to pass. Now, that's a lie.
That is.
That's a lie. Let me tell you something. If you don't know what to do to produce it, it can be as true as all get up. But don't mean that God will automatically override your ignorance, your arrogance, your pride, your stubbornness, and give you, oh, I got to keep my word. No. Everything is conditional.
Right.
All right? There's a contingency there. Likewise, also, was not Rahab the harlot justified by work? She believed these were men of God. Well, if you believe they're men of God, you believe that God made them a promise. You believe these are true children of God. You believe that we living in what God promised them. Well, her actions was, come high, let them down, go that way. And when the enemy came, she said they went that way. Now, I ain't going to get into she lied, her occupation. I ain't getting into that. Right. But she believed God. God's not looking for perfection. Right. Let me leave that alone. Some of y'all are going, well, I got a couple of lies I need to tell you. Calm down. When she had received the messengers and had sent them out another way. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead. You need to know what to do to produce manifestation. Give me the NIV, please, at verse 20. If I tell you what God promised you and I don't tell you how to bring it to pass, I've given you nothing.
True. Right.
God desires a good life for all of you.
Amen.
But now you need to listen to me. Depending on your age, determine what you can do right now.
True.
It don't make no sense for Pop to be talking about I'm going down and we'll do a walk-on and see if I can play to the Cowboys. Look, now I'm not trying to water down his faith. I ain't trying to belittle the man. Pop is a great man, great leader, great husband of his home. But I wouldn't recommend him going down there. I don't know if there's enough pads that's going to stop the hurt they're going to put on Pop. And Pop coming out to the football field with a 357. No, don't mess up. You're going to run up on me. I show you who you run up. Run up on me again. No, it don't work like that. There are certain things you have to, if you don't seize the moment, that's what's so crucial about our children. If you don't seize the moment now, you start losing opportunities.
That's true.
You can't be 45 talking about something, I'm going to be a brain surgeon. No, you ain't. Because you were pointing like this here. No. Hold him still. He's not moving, dog. Well, move with my hand. And they're trying to shake the bed with his hand. No, the devil is a lie. Certain things you can't do. You got to seize the moment now. If you 40, you can't come up with a 20-year-old idea. Talking about something, I'm going to be on the cheerleading squad. You need to sit down. All bones heal slow. You'll all be all in a cast and everything. Talking about something I just knew when they tossed me up. I tell you right now, you shouldn't have been up in that air. You shouldn't. When they did that, All right, y'all mad now. Don't tell me what I can't do. I can do all things through Christ. Well, go up in there. Let them throw your butt up in that air. We saw one girl fall one time. I don't know how they missed her. She must have had an enemy there. Somebody, I guess right where the back part, the hands wasn't locked in good. Child, she went right on through. Listen. And she was a teenager. And she didn't have too much cushion back there to hold nothing. Child, she let oh, help out. Some of y'all need not think that. You need to know I'm 50 and I want to be great. I know I haven't lived out my full potential. This is what is available to me, and I need to work that plan. I don't need to try to pull up an impossible plan and talk about something. I'm going to believe God. Well, God will believe all you want. You can't produce the works to make this come to pass. If you had the Holyfield, now God bless him. He was under Creflo Dollar. He was in Creflo Dollar Church, and Creflo was preaching faith and make confessions and all this other good stuff. And Holyfield sitting up there and talking about something. He gonna be the heavyweight champion again. No, you're not. That season's gone. Yes. I don't know why you sit out there. And when you now, this is not a funny thing, but you can see a difference in fighters when they take a lot of punches. Man, their response is different. When a fighter can leave the game and response, like, you know, you ask them a question and they thinking it, they know it, and then they eventually get it out. Look at Spinks. Look at Hearns. Tommy Hearns. Mike Tyson. No, Mike Tyson's pretty eloquent. He's always spoke.
Magic Teller.
You what?
Magic Teller.
Well, I don't know him, but I guess he can't talk me. No, there's a lot about it. But listen to me. Holyfield up there making these confessions, that season gone. You should have been fully committed and locked in. All right? When you was at an age that you can make a difference. Floyd Mayweather is the top of his game because when these guys make a little money, they get stupid. Floyd Mayweather will make a little money, he chase some women, but he never got drunk. She chase some women, but he ain't going, he be playing the role. But I'm telling you, if you want to be something, there's a work you got to put in. Let me get through this. Look at this translation. You foolish person. See, now y'all, foolish is when you know something, but you trying to make what, you know right from wrong, but you're trying to make the wrong work. Like you ever had something you had to do, and you had to take everything down, but you're going to try to make it work without going through all of the process. And wind up making things even worse. No, you foolish person. Do you want evidence that faith without deeds, the works, is useless? You got to put the work in. Whatever God has promised you, I need to know my part. So once I get a word from God, I don't need to get excited until I know what I got to do. Say, God got $1 million for you. So, oh, praise him. You shout. It's right across the water there. Be careful. We got sharks and alligators in there. We got snakes in there. But just go on over there and get it. You ain't got no boat. You ain't got no raft. You ain't got nothing. And you looking at your promise, but you don't know how to get to it. Some of y'all just crazy. Y'all just gonna die right in the water. I believe God. and it ain't gonna work out too good. Ain't gonna work out too good. Listen to me. If you're gonna grow in God, I need to know my part. Because you know what happened? When you don't seek the instructions, you're gonna get frustrated. Then it's gonna be easy for you to walk away from God. Because he ain't did nothing for me anyway. Well, listen to me. The moment the devil make you think what you want surpass what God already gave, you already doing it. Because I can't give up Mackenzie to save your life, and then because I don't give you new tires for your car, you're going to talk about me.
Right.
I got something for you.
Right.
I got something for you. You talk, oh, it's getting warm in here. You ain't seen nothing yet. Talking about torment? No, I got something else. I got a reserved spot for you. Don't ever be ungrateful. The last thing, and then I'm out of here. When the devil can make you think what God has already done is not enough, you're going to be ungrateful. When you're ungrateful, you can't be thankful. When you're not thankful, you can't even get into the presence of God. No matter what God has promised you, you need to constantly rejuvenate yourself by getting into His presence. That's why He said, fight the good fight of faith. Well, the good fight is a fight you win in. I ain't never been in a good fight and get my butt kicked. Now, I've got my butt kicked a few times. There is no fun being punched on. There ain't no fun in that. Fight the good fight of faith. Fight the good fight of faith. Which means I ain't going to get tired in the process. Every day I'm winning. Every day I'm winning. Whether people try to tell me that's a mind game they playing on you, let them play the mind game. I need to wash out every negative thought and idea that say God ain't going to manifest in my life. Yes. He promised it, I want it. Yes. He said he'll satisfy me with long life. I want it. Yes. We got a friend of ours, they are friends. And we went by his church. I was dropping my son off. We went by his church. And they said, oh, he hasn't been here for 3 weeks. I said, sure. I said, what? He ain't been in 3 weeks. He just got out of the hospital yesterday and all those stuff. And now he used to always make the confession. God promised him long life. He said, I ain't going to die. God going to promise him long life. But his sugar got out of control. He tried to bring me on some cough syrup. I don't know how that works. You know, when you ain't a pharmacist, people tell you anything. I just cut my toenails and my blood pressure went up. You did. It wasn't the pork sandwiches. You being 300 pounds overweight. None of that had to do it. That had nothing to do with it. It must have been in the finger clips. You know. So I said, Doc, are you ready to understand? Because I used to always tell him, that word don't mean nothing if you ain't gonna do your part. I don't care. God promised me long life. But now you sitting up there and ain't nothing working now. You all dizzy and discombobulated, and boy, that sugar's a monster. I didn't know sugar could do some of the things. I thought sugar just get high and they cut something off sometime. That was the worst of it. Man, you'd be all, just out of your head. Well, how you feel now? Well, I figure I better cut back. And my wife said he would eat so much ice cream. He knew he had sugar. Because he got a promise from the Lord. He would eat the whole thing ice cream. And a couple of that napkins, pies and cakes, people dropping off food, stuff he ain't supposed to be eating, but he got a promise from the Lord. It don't matter what God promised, you can send it back. Yes, sir. Your actions can make God send it back. Stop thinking because you got the promise it's an automatic. It's not an automatic. So God promised you long life, you got to take care of yourself. You frying everything. I told my wife, between grease and sugar, America gonna die. We all gonna be dead. Might fall dead at the same time. It don't matter what's good. They fry it, it seems better. We went to Vegas that time. Fried Oreos, fried Twinkies, any cupcake or whatever garbage you got, they'll fry it for you. Fried pickles, they fry everything. Fried ice cream. God dog. The devil wants to kill people, I'm telling you. And when people can't cook, they rely on sugar. Ain't nothing worse than somebody that can't bake and all they know is sugar. A good chocolate cake ain't sweet. Y'all know about this. Y'all know. Just go on, keep making your box cake. Y'all the Dunkin' and Betty is all you know. Keep rolling with it. Don't get all discombobulated talking about how much cocoa. Just do what you want. A good chocolate cake ain't a box cake mixed with pudding. I know I heard somebody feeling that time. I heard your feeling that time. You go get you a chocolate cake and then you go get you some Jell-O pudding, put that in the cake mix, and you think you're a master chef. Get that garbage out of here. I'm not telling y'all upset now. I'm sorry. Listen, but people will give you sugar and fried foods, and you loving it. Everything, I remember when I used to eat so much fried food, I would smell it and get hungry. Then I just want some. Now I smell it and I feel this, like I'm about ready to throw up somewhere. The grease could be there for 500 years. You don't care. If you can't control what you put in your body, listen, don't think God's in control of the outcome of your body. So God promised me a cruise when I'm 90. Yeah, you'll be on a cruise, all right. You better tell your kids to put your ashes in a bottle and toss it out to sea. You You be floating around out there for a little while. Listen to me. You got a part to play. There's something you need to do. You do it, God will show up. I told my wife, there's some things we used to do that got us to the place we are financially. Now, where I'm at financially is it's above average. It don't matter whether people like it or not. I don't care whether you think I'm trying to impress you or not. That's irrelevant. It's above average. But I know what I had to do to get there. Now, we still givers. I mean, we give. We seriously, we give. And I said to her yesterday or the day before yesterday, I said, we need to get back to doing what we used to do. Just a little small things. Like, you know, just listen to me. I used to constantly pay for people groceries all the time. I'd be in the store, I see somebody, and I'm asking the Holy Spirit, who can I pay the groceries for? Who can I pay? Can't pay for the wrong person. You pay for the wrong person, you know what I mean? You'd be in trouble. You take that any kind of way you want. We used to always do little small things, because I know if I sow, I have a right to expect a harvest. The harvest I'm living in, people see the harvest, but they didn't see the seed. They didn't see all what was required. So I said, let's get back to doing what we used to do. The more you know to do, the more you can receive.
Amen. 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 Amen.
I'm going to say this. If you allow God to get the instructions to you, and you walk them instructions out, if God don't show up, we all are doomed. We've been living a lie for years. But I've seen him show up in my life. I've seen him show up in my life. He tells me what to do with my kids. I do it. I see him show up. He tells me what to do with my business. I do it. He shows up. He tells me what to do with my money. I do it. He shows up. Listen, the more you talk to God, the more you can receive. It has nothing to... See, that's why he said these things I'll add to you. He'll add stuff to you. But you don't care nothing about this stuff. You just want to hear from God so I can just serve you. I want to love you. I want to work in the kingdom for you. And you're just doing whatever God tells you to do. Whatever God tells you to do. Don't be responding to that type of stuff. Stay quiet. Don't go over there. Don't talk to that person no more. I don't want you hanging out with that preacher no more. Jesus started becoming Lord of your life. And while you're obeying him, you just keep adding. Amen. And keep adding. And keep adding. I see God in every area of my life. That's just the truth. I really do. In my health, in my family, in my marriage, in my money. It don't matter. I got dogs that will rip you apart. That's the truth. They can hurt you real bad. And I whip their behind sometimes. You know why they don't attack me? Because I love them. We got a relationship that they got the power to destroy me, but they don't, all because of love. Love is a powerful tool. Love is a powerful tool. When you understand how much God loves you, you won't be stressed out about some stuff.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
You know, I know some of y'all don't have dogs and all stuff, but I do. I love my dogs too. You see how a dog is so faithful, so committed, so loyal to you. Man, I'm telling you, that make you think about relationships. Is there anybody, you know, they say that dog is a man's best friend? Well, I don't know if it's true or not. You know what I mean? I know I love my dog. I know they got my back. I know you ain't gonna run up on me. Child, well, he's supposed to be my daughter's dog, but Ace is a nut. Ace is a nut. You know, and this is all out of love. Rubbing their head and feeding them. Talking to them like they're human. What you want to eat? You know what's in there. You act like I got a choice. Bring the food out before I bite you. You know? It's just a love relationship. Listen to me. It doesn't matter how right or wrong you are. If you get a love relationship with God, you start walking in a certain amount of protection and love and security. Let me tell you something. Love from God is mind-blowing. You really can't comprehend it. I see God showing me how to act like him with people. I've met some devils in my day. God knows that's true. People that will backstab, people that will lie on you. We got a man lied, told people that my trucking business was collapsing, and I came to him to borrow the money, and you know, just grew, you know, just everything about my life just terrible. Now, I don't know why he would say that. So I didn't care. It wasn't true. I didn't care. When I see the man, you should see I talk to him just like he ain't never lied to me. I said, "What's up, man? How you doing?" "Oh, I'm all right. How you doing?" "I'm excellent. Never better." Then sometimes this is true. I get some people that want to, you know, they just want to know, am I doing bad? And I give them a little bone. You know, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm just doing what I can. You know what they're taking that. Nigga bust, he going down. He going down any day now. He going to foreclose on his house. They repossessing his car.
Right.
When people want you to fail, all they need to do is get a little inkling you ain't doing good. I give them a bone. Hey, we'll see. You know, I'm gonna stay faithful no matter what happens. That's what I'm gonna do, man. And they start trying to encourage you. Listen, we all go through. I said, yeah. Well, they love that. They love it. People will mistreat. You will bail people out, and they'll turn around and stab you in the back. And then you got to turn around and love them. You have people that will say some things about you. Man, we were feeding this man. The man was, his wife lost her job. He lost his job. My wife and I was dropping food off at his house, and we was just being nice to that man. I got on the phone acting stupid, playing like I'm somebody else, and said, yeah, I heard Purvis is stealing money. They call him PJ. I heard PJ stealing money from the church. He said, I heard the same thing. He said, man, I'm telling you, he said, I knew something wasn't right. He said, I went to, now he don't know it's me he talking to. Wow. Because I got my voice. He running me down like a dog. I said, man, what was his name? Dixon. Whatever the name was. I said, this Purvis. He said, no. He said, this is Si. I said, no, this is Purvis. I said, I just dropped off some whiting and some, what the other fish? We don't call it swab. Bassa. I said, I just dropped off that whiting and the bassa, the croaker. You remember all that fish I just dropped off? And I dropped this off? He said, no. Well, why would you lie? If I was stealing church money, how would you know? People will run you down, and God will tell you, your job is to love them. I need you to hear from God and do what God tells you to do. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for your people that come to this place to receive from you. I believe your word to be right.